Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Is It Worth the Grind video. And today we are going to be looking at the French tier 10 medium, the Bachat or the Bachatillon 25T or 25 tons, whatever you like. It is the French tier 10 medium, of course, and is it worth the grind? Oh hell yeah it is. And there's two main reasons for it. First of all, it's really used in Clan Wars a lot. So if you are thinking about taking place in any kind of clan wars, Bachat is a tank your clan will always be looking forward to you having, because these tanks they're really useful, but they're really fragile, so they tend to die a lot in clan wars, so they're always needed. And the other reason why this tank is worth the grind, because it's hell of a lot of fun to play. It is really strong, it's fun to play, and yeah, it's a really fast medium tank. It is actually the fastest tier 10 medium tank. It gets you to the top speed really fast. The armor though is other shit. It is the leopard level of armor, so no armor at all. You can get some lucky bounces off your front plate if they hit extreme angles, but don't count on it. If you expose your tank, you should have the mindset that you will get damaged. So you don't want to trade shots with people who see you, otherwise it will just not work out for you. So on paper, this thing looks kind of similar to the Leopard, only with way shittier rate of fire. But what Wolf tanks haven't implemented yet is that you can see which gun is auto-loading and which is not, and this one is. It gets 5 shells in the magazine, 5, not 4, for average damage of 390, which is quite a lot for a medium tank. Well, it's the usual alpha mediums get 390 alpha, 0.38 accuracy, which is not that great, with 2.7 second aiming time, which is also not that great. But then again, it's a fucking auto-loader, so you should be used to it. And the bad thing, like the worst thing about the Bachat is the DPM. It's really low. It's only 2.2k shown on this, so it's really bad. 2.2k. Even E50M gets something like 2.4k, and tanks like the D62A gets 2.7 or 2.9, something like that. 2.7 probably, which is way more. But then again, this tank have 5 shells in the magazine of almost potential damage almost 2000. It's like 1950 the average damage for the magazine if you manage to connect all your shots and do damage with all of them. So this tank has really a lot of potential. Oh yeah, another thing I forgot to mention about the mobility, even though this tank is really fast in straight line, it turns like a brick. It really doesn't turn that fast. You can't expect the circle tanks unless they're really with damaged engines or tracked or something like that. This tank is not that fast. So, how to play this bad boy? This is the perfect tank to lay traps with. The potential damage plus the auto-loading gun plus really nice camo plus really good speed means that you can get into really nice positions early and lay traps for your enemy team. And like now, I have this Batcher at my disposal. I shoot his tracks once so he doesn't die, but still I took most of his health and he didn't shoot me back once. And that's how you basically want to play. You want to shoot enemies that have no clue about you being there, try to track them, try to keep them there, and try to kill them. It's as simple as that. Don't sit around with this tank, try to make your shots count. In this game I didn't really make my shots count, so I had some issues at the end. But if you manage to penetrate all of these shots, you will have an epic game. Like, try to aim as much as you can. Try to not waste your ammo too much, because Batchet doesn't get that much ammo. It's like 30 rounds only, so be careful with how you spend your ammo, and you should be really fine, and you should be ready to rock and roll. And now, just wave this object. As you can see, even though the accuracy changes, in my opinion, helped this Batchet quite a lot. Now you don't really have to aim all that much to kill tanks you're looking for, or you're aiming at. What the fuck? And another nice thing about the Batshot, it gets APCR as most of the tier 10 mediums as its standard ammo. So the shell velocity is really nice. That increases your chance of hitting your enemies as well. So the equipment you want to put on your Batshot, there is basically two ways of setting up your Batshot. One way is to put coated optics, word stab, and ventilation, which is more or less a climber setup. Batchets are usually in Clan Wars as scouts, so coded optics is a must, and ventilation is a must as well if you have those rush situations where you have to meet enemy batchets at close ranges and you want to reload as fast as you can. Their setup some people use in randoms is switch out the coded optics for gun length drive, which isn't valid. I guess it's a valid choice as well, but I never used it. I prefer my fast ganks to have optics, so I roll with the optics. And for the crew skills, repair, sixth sense as always. Camo on the batchet camo is almost as useful as repair, since you don't have any armor anyways. Your only protection against your enemies is the camo, and the better camo value you have, the better you'll get de-spotted and things like that. So camo is a really nice skill to have on the batchet. What else? Of course, snapshot and smooth ride are really useful to get rid of the 2.7 second aiming time. But then again, you shouldn't ever shoot with the batchet on the move unless you're really sure that you'll be able to reload before the next engagement. Since you have these shells, you really have to make. Since you have only 5 shells, you really have to make use of them, because the magazine reload is 37 seconds, and if you fuck up and don't kill your enemies that you were planning to kill, 37 seconds will kill you, and you really can't fuck around with the shooting on the move. That will just make you a dead batchet really quickly. And as always, try to keep your mag full at all times. You should always have those 5 shells. Now I'm not reloading because I don't have the awareness of the E75. No, not the E75, the IS-4. I don't have no clue where that guy is, so he might have been just in front of me, and if I were reloading that would be kinda silly. Now I catch him on his ass, so I can empty my 3 shells, and it is the right call to not reload there, but I fuck up anyway, so that was a completely waste of ammo that last shot, but oh well, shit happens. As you saw me in this game, I was really passive at the start. We're trying to get those guys in the middle, but the 57 heavy kind of focused me quite heavily, and so I bugged out of there. Then I got the batchet off, and basically then I come back. And again, when I came back, I didn't shoot the E4 straight away because I didn't want it to get shot by him. So I just waited till he fires. Then the first shot didn't connect, but the second one went into the lower plate, and he died. So the rest of this game, I really have to make my shots count. As you see, I only have 8 shells left, and there's still 4 enemies now, 3 enemies left, and they still have quite a bit of health left on them. So I really have to be careful how I waste my shots, because yeah, 30 shells if you have complete idiot team sometimes can be not enough. And luckily in this game it was enough, even though I was spamming my rounds as an idiot most of the time and didn't really aim properly. I had enough shells, and this E75 fucked up. He shot the ground, so I can just nail his lower plate. 260 penetration. You can angle all you want, mister. There's no way you're gonna bounce that. So 6.7k damage, 3 shells left. Yes, 3 shells left, and 2 enemies left. So the general tips about playing the batchet: you can be a scout at the start of the game. Be a scout, spot the enemies, then fall back to safer firing positions. Don't engage batchets one-on-one, because I mean it's just a turkey shoot. You're both gonna shoot, and the guy who shoots first will win the battle. So there's no way that is just waste of health. You rather have to surprise them and get them off range. And here the IS-7 will surprise me. I thought he was going to the cap, but I have enough health. I don't really worry too much, but I don't really want to give him a free shot. He fucks up his shot, and here I accidentally triggered the auto aim, and that shot was really unlucky RNG. And at this point I was kind of nervous, but it all went out to be perfectly fine. And this is a Faden's medal. Last shot, last enemy. Forget the grind. It's mostly consists of scouts, so it's pretty weird, but most of the tanks are alright. Some of the tanks are really good, like the 1390, like the 12T, but some of them are quite not that great, like the Lorraine and the AMX 1375, but they are mostly alright. So yeah, the batchet, first Faden's medal of mine, first time I killed the last enemy with the last shell, but yeah, this was actually the last tier 10 I own at the moment that I hadn't had a review done yet, so there's only one tier 10 I have sold, which is the British tier 10 heavy, and I'm not really planning to buy it back. I might at one point, but Batshot is the last tier 10 I have at the moment, so no more is it worth the grind videos coming too soon, unless something really amazing happens and I get enough credits to buy the feedback. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. A Batshot is really a strong tank, and I recommend it to you. And I will see you on the next one.